All right, today's topic, it's a beautiful topic. We're actually going to be talking about the American dream, or so what we think of it. Like the definition of the American dream doesn't really exist. The idea was that you come to America, you work hard, you get benefited from that hard work, right? And I mean, a question a lot of Americans are having is that dream still like a reality? Does the amount of work you put in result in the money coming in and the better opportunities, the better house, the better car, the better everything? It's more complicated. One, it's always going to be more complicated than it just should be. Like, it should just be, oh yeah, the harder you work, the things you get. But we need to address why exactly is the American economy the way it is right now? Like, why does it feel like I have to work harder and harder to get less and less? Well, it's really simple. It's basically, you have to think about it like this. It's how much are we willing to pay? Okay. Like these AirPods that I use every day, I spent, I don't know, like 200, 180, $120. I think actually I spent $120 on these. Okay. But the components inside of them probably cost like $20. I don't know that for sure. Here's how much it costs. That's how much it costs for Apple to make them, right? Now Apple has to ship it, give it to like put it into a place, and those places have employees that they have to pay. So you have to assume that that's like 50, for like $30 extra, not even, probably less than that for the total cost, and it still doesn't equal how much they're paying. Well, then they have to make a benefit or profit. So how much is the profit? I guess according to them, it's that much money. I'm gonna assume like $100, okay? But is that how much they really should be getting? How much work is Apple putting in to make this product? Well, they're putting in basically none. They outsource, I think, most of the things from China at this point. So they shouldn't be the ones getting the money, but they are. And this is the issue, right? Go to Starbucks, buy a coffee, spend $8 on a large like caramel frappe, whatever. Okay, it doesn't matter. But you're spending way more money than they spent to make the product. For example, the milk, the sugar, the caramel, whatever they put in there, it's probably like at most the entire thing, $1 at the very most. Probably not even $1. Probably like 90 cents, whatever. Okay, but then you're spending 8 times how much they spent to make it, if not almost 10 times how much they put in. Okay, and that's the issue. Capitalism is a system that pushes the boundary. It improves, everything is better, but then everything is more expensive with that. And how much work you have to put in is disproportionate to how much the market is growing. Because they know, at least the capitalist people know, and I know who you're gonna blame. Don't blame them. Don't blame them, guys. They're not all. They're not. That's not all of them. That's not all of them. Okay, relax. I know you want to say it. I know you want to do a little eye poke, a little SS symbol. It's not. It's not always them. It's a very convenient thing to say. Oh, it's always them. Most of the time, it really isn't. They make out like one person out of thousands of people that's like in on it. But then it's like, oh yeah, that's how most things are. Let's not get into that. The American dream. What about the American people? The 51st state should not be brought up into this one, okay, guys? Okay. So, as we were saying, the more we pay, the more they know they can charge us. We got to keep that balanced. Communism, this is not pro communist, by the way. Do not get mad at me. Please don't get mad at me. Communism checks everything out. Like, the government owned, every government owns everything. So if a coffee costs 95 cents to make, you're going to be spending 95 cents theoretically. Theoretically. Actually, I think theoretically you don't even pay. You just get it, okay? And in a perfect world, in a perfect utopia, it is the perfect system. The issue is there's no point in anything at that point. You work the bare minimum. You put in the bare minimum of anything because there is no point to put more work in. You're getting nothing in return. If I could work 100 hours in a communist society, I might get nothing better. Then the guy who works 8 hours gets the same amount as me. That does not seem right, and that's not right. Luckily, capitalism It's like, hey, you put in 100 hours, you get 100 hours worth of money or return. Like whatever you put in, you keep for the most part. When I say that, because I know there's some technical restrictions here. Like if I spend 100 hours painting, it doesn't mean it's going to be sold for painting that car that's spent somebody spent an hour on. But you get what I'm saying, okay? So what am I trying to get at right now? Well, you can't solve the issue of communism. You can't solve the issue of capitalism. We have to solve the issue by coming to a mutually understanding middle ground of the issue is how much we're spending. We basically need to boycott everything. Like the housing market. Why is the housing market so bad? It's the same issues, but there's now an added element on top. And don't say it's the state over in the Middle East. Don't say it. I know you want to fucking say it. I know where you're coming from. It's BlackRock, Vanguard, and other equity groups that buy up single family homes. And they're like, do you want a home? And they're like, yeah, I want a home. And they're like, you can rent this one for $1,000 a month. It's like, this is a 1 bedroom, 2 bath, no property. Like, yeah, you wanna rent it? They're like, I guess I'll rent it, okay? And final stage capitalism will basically say this to your face over and over again. Hey, you want this? Yeah. Okay, you pay me. Oh, I have it. You pay me again. That's weird. Then pay me again. Pay me again for the product that you don't own. You don't own it. You own nothing. You will be happy. And you're like, what are you talking about? You're fucking nuts. Literally think about any subscription service like Netflix, Amazon, Hulu, Spotify, all of it. You own nothing and you pay money to own nothing. Think about just how weird and crazy that is. Renting a house, you rent it, you get to live in the house, you don't own it. And that's what capitalism wants you to do. Because if you own something, you don't have to pay anything. Who gets the money? You don't get the money. He doesn't get the money. You get to keep the property, but nobody else gets anything from you. You're a negative asset in everyone else's eyes if you own it. But the more money you have, the more you can actually say, I want to build a product and people can charge, I can charge people for it, right? And that's basic capitalism. You guys understand the issue now? We basically need to stop doing and indulging into these habits that we're indulging in. You can blame anybody you want. The biggest component in this whole thing is me and you. Me and you. So if we really want to solve these issues, we need to come to an agreement as a society. We need the government to work with us to basically say, it's not right to charge our citizens this much money for a product that costs you this much. It's unhumane. You're milking us. Well, you're using us as cattle. Capitalism doesn't look at people as people. We are nothing but a product they can take advantage of over and over again. I'm a product, you're a product. Anybody in here is a product, okay? And they take advantage of us. And they got to stop them from doing that. We got to say, hey, I don't want to spend $11 on eggs. I want to pay a fair price where you still make money and you still benefit from the work it took you to get those eggs. But I also want to spend a fair price where I can go then buy milk, bread, and spend money on my house and do whatever stuff, right? Just enough money where you make money and you're happy because you get to now live off of your hard work of being a farmer and then this other stuff. Here's the thing. I should not be using farmers as the people, as subjects here. They really aren't here to blame. Big Farm is here to blame. They are the ones who do it. I actually am friends with a kid who gives me eggs. I spend technically more money than I cost to go somewhere else and get them, but they're better. And I'm supporting local groups, and it's whatever, okay? But it's besides the point. If we want to fix these issues, we cannot just keep blaming everybody but the average person. But we also cannot keep doing nothing about it. We have, in America just alone, we have like 380, 350 million people in America, give or take, a couple million. What does this mean for us? Well, who are we? We are the people in control of America, not the politicians, not the multi-billionaires, not the millionaires, not the people, no one. It's us. If we say, I do not want to spend $1,000 on an iPhone, I want to spend like what? 200, 500, half that. Well, Apple can still make a profit off of that. So Apple will buckle and yield under that pressure and say, yeah, you know what? Fine, we will charge that much. Okay? And we do this with everything we do, everything we know. We just do it with everything. Here's the thing: there should not be companies that are valued at $1 trillion. But there's like a couple now. I think there's like three. I don't really know the exact number. That's the exact number. But you gotta understand that's absurd. $1 trillion that could feed everyone in America. Not forever, but like a while. And that's multiple times over. Where does all that money go? I don't even really know. Like for Apple, they're not spending that money on innovation and keeping up their properties. They are pocketing it and doing, I don't know, buying houses in New York. So the New York housing rate, everything, the housing rate, the housing rate, the housing rate. And again, the issue I'm having with the current state of like far right, far left, and far everything is that they are just paying the blame. They're like, he did it, and he did it. Everyone did it except for us. And they're like, well, you fucking did it. I know you did it. And then I was like, no, I didn't do it. You did it. We all did it. We gotta stop this fucking pointing the finger, this childish shit. Like, oh yeah, it was them. Oh yeah, it was them. It's us as a whole, as a collective, as a group. We all contributed to the fact that this is happening in our state right now. So how do we stop it? I just told you over and over again. We gotta get together, come to an understanding, come to a middle understanding ground of, hey, we can do it. Hold my hand. We can do it. Okay, me and you, me and you. Nobody else. Ignore the crowd. We got this. Okay. There's only like what, like a couple 100,000 millionaires in America, and there's like 300 million other Americans. They can't stop us all. Well, I'm not saying don't kill them, guys. Don't kill them. That's bad. That's bad. We just gotta cut the bottom line. We gotta make them work harder. We gotta make sure they get less money. We gotta make sure that money gets distributed. We gotta make sure the money gets spread out across more area. Okay? Because that's the other issue that people don't want to talk about is that, hey, there's one big tech company that most people in America buy the phones from. But if there was like 4 tech companies, there'd be 4 headquarters, 4 companies handling on millions of persons. Those are 4 more CEOs. There's a 4 more millionaires. There's a 4 more people who make a lot of money. There's a 4 more branch managers. There's a 4. This is more people who are making money when we have more stuff spread out. There's more competition, better innovation, better pricing, better markets, better everything. Everyone improves when there's more stuff in a market and it's all innovating at an even rate. And I really, that's all I have to say, is that we need to quit pointing fingers at everybody and start pointing fingers at quite literally everybody. So don't just point a finger at one group and another group and another group. Point the fingers at the entirety of the group and what's actually happening with it. Get the context down, and then you can get the reason down, and then you can solve the problem like a society. All right. And yeah, see you guys whenever I post again. Probably in 2 days. See ya.